The human body is made of countless cells, each carrying out its own task with astonishing precision. Simple epithelial cells act like microscopic chemical factories, selecting beneficial nutrients from thousands of substances entering the body. White blood cells reshape themselves to recognize and combat countless threats, while neuron cells inside the brain process information with complexity beyond even the most advanced computers. Heart cells contract together in perfect harmony, as if they were a single cell, and even the needs of a tiny cell located in the furthest part of the body are detected through the chemistry of blood, triggering hormones to answer its needs. All of this information is preserved through genetic codes and passed from generation to generation. From microscopic life to galaxies spread across the heavens, everything points toward an extraordinary order and design. When we observe nature, we witness systems functioning with breathtaking harmony. Billions of cells cooperate like an organized army to protect and sustain life. Plants cleanse the atmosphere of carbon dioxide while simultaneously producing fruits, vegetables, vitamins, and nutrients that sustain humanity. Animals consume plants providing nourishment for others, while bacteria decompose remains, preserving the balance of ecosystems. Every part of existence appears interconnected, serving a purpose greater than itself. Such precision suggests not randomness, but an incredible program, and every program points toward a programmer. Even among animals, we observe mysteries that challenge human understanding. A honeybee travels across thousands of flowers, navigating by the ultraviolet rays of the sun before returning to construct perfectly shaped honeycombs with mathematical precision. Sea eels cross entire oceans only to return to the exact region where they were born. Birds instinctively turn their eggs during incubation with perfect timing to ensure proteins are distributed evenly for development. Wasps inject prey with exact amount of venom to preserve it alive for their offspring. Bats navigate through darkness using echolocation, a system scientists later imitated to invent radar. Everywhere in nature, there's knowledge, balance, and order far beyond instinct alone. The human body itself is filled with signs. When we become cold, our body shivers automatically to generate warmth. During heat, sweat cools us down while blood vessels adjust themselves to preserve or release heat depending on the environment. While sleeping, we unconsciously change positions throughout the night to protect ourselves from harm. The nose identifies thousands of scents, regulates air temperature, and filters bacteria before they enter the lungs. Hidden systems continue to protect and preserve human life every second without us even realizing it. A beautiful painting points toward an artist. Likewise, the colors, patterns, and designs throughout creation point toward a creator. Some people say they cannot believe in God because they cannot see Him. Yet human sight itself is extremely limited. We cannot even fully see the world we live in, yet we expect to see the one who created existence itself. Just as a fish surrounded by water may struggle to understand what water is, human beings are surrounded by signs of God everywhere they look. The universe itself becomes evidence. Life on Earth is also a test. If every unseen reality became visible immediately, faith would lose its purpose. Just as students are tested without seeing the answers beforehand, humanity is tested through choice, reflection, and belief. Denying the existence of God because he cannot be seen is compared to a blood cell inside a human body claiming humans don't exist simply because it cannot perceive them. Our limitations do not negate reality. There's also the question of human responsibility. People often ask, if God creates everything, then why are human beings accountable for their actions? The answer lies in free will. Human beings are given the ability to choose between right and wrong. Even though God creates the ability itself, we are judged according to the choices we willingly make. Beyond belief, friendship or brotherhood is one of life's greatest treasures. A true friend stands beside you during hardship, feels joy for your happiness and pain for your suffering. Real friendships are built through sacrifice, sincerity, and compassion rather than selfishness or arguments. Harsh words may leave wounds in the heart that never fully disappear, just like nails hammered into wood leave permanent holes even after being removed. Trust is shown through the story of Alexander the Great, who drank medicine prepared by his doctor despite receiving warnings and suspicions that it was poisoned. His confidence in the loyalty of his companion outweighed suspicion. Humanity itself is measured through kindness, generosity, forgiveness, and concern for others. Repaying evil with goodness is presented as a sign of nobility and maturity. We need to understand that status and titles do not define greatness. A governor may hold power yet fail to become truly human if he lacks humility, compassion, and respect for people. True refinement is not found in authority or wealth, but in manners, mercy, and character. Examples from the Ottoman era are given to illustrate a society built upon sensitivity and ethics. Wealthy people would leave money anonymously in charity walls for the needy to take only what they required. Travelers were cared for freely in inns. Even language reflected compassion. Instead of saying close the door, people would say cover the door, hoping that God would never close his mercy upon anyone. They treated people gently, avoided gossip, respected guests, protected animals, and carried themselves with consideration toward every living thing. People once lived with a constant awareness of God's presence. Their kindness, humility, and refinement flowed from this awareness. Whether alone or among others, they believed themselves to always stand before the Creator, and therefore they tried to live with dignity, mercy, and sincerity in every action. In the end, the world around us is filled with signs for those willing to reflect. From the cells within our bodies to the balance of nature, from the instincts of animals to the emotions within the human heart, everything points toward wisdom, purpose, and design. Yet recognizing these signs is only part of the journey. True belief must transform the way a person lives, treats others, and carries themselves through life. Knowledge without compassion is incomplete, and faith without character loses its beauty. A person is not measured by status, wealth, or power, but by humility, mercy, honesty, and the ability to protect the hearts of others. The greatest human beings are those who combine reflection with kindness, strength with forgiveness, and belief with sincere action. When people live with the awareness that they are always in the presence of Allah, their words become gentler, their friendships become stronger, and their hearts become softer. They begin to see life not as a meaningless accident, but as a trust filled with purpose, responsibility, and opportunities to do good. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all, that every part of creation, from the smallest cell to the endless heavens above, it quietly calls humanity toward truth, gratitude, and becoming truly human.